This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by
the committee to elect Mary DeBoer.
Hi, this is Judge Mary. I wanted to share how very grateful I am for the supporters who have made those pink campaign signs throughout Porter County possible. My name is Mary DeBoer, your Porter Circuit Court Judge. It seems as though our country is more divided than ever. Crossing the political party aisle with the hope of working together has flown out the window. In a career spanning almost 30 years, I learned long ago that judges must not only enforce the law, but we must protect our communities and provide blind justice for all citizens. An honest and fair judge cannot be concerned with a person's political affiliation, race, religion, or sexuality. Fairness and equality make up the fabric of our justice system. Cast your vote for the Porter Circuit Court based on measurable experience and proven qualifications. Visit www.judgemary2020.org to learn more or to contact me directly. It is an honor to share information about our courts, programs, and efforts to best serve our community. A vote for Judge Mary, Porter County's only female judge, is a vote to keep the best qualified, experienced, and fair-minded candidate, regardless of party affiliation. This message was paid for and approved by the committee to elect Mary DeBoer.
The Bill and Kelly Show is recorded at Studio A at Executive Suite Squared in beautiful Hammond, Indiana. Now, here's Bill and Kelly. Looks like someone's shooting at me.
Yeah, okay. That's a bullet hole.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to the Bill and Kelly Show. Man, I tell you, the weather's starting to change. Kelly and I, we were driving through day before yesterday, and drove through that torrential downpour on the way to Hammond, and then guess what? We turned around after we were done with our business and drove through it again, so we got it twice.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So yesterday was kind of nice, though. Today
really
is
nice.
Things are kind of turning. This is going to be more of the actual turn towards fall. Although the Weather Service is calling for a high of 74, I'm like, yeah, whatever. National Weather Service. I don't think it's going to get out of the 60s, quite frankly. I think 65 is going to be our high. I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong tomorrow, but you could tell the overcast.
I'll be the first one to tell you you're wrong.
Oh, as always. Oh, that won't be anything new.
Night.
So today we're looking at a high, I would say mid 60s. Possibly upper 60s, but I don't think we're going to get into the 70s, and here's why. We have a cold front moving in. We have high wind warnings. The gusts could get up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. So,
it's a twister.
Yeah. So if you got some loose stuff out there, or you know someone that's kind of loose, make sure they're inside. You know what they say, loose people and wind.
That's right.
So enough of that. Okay, tonight it's going to get kind of cold tonight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 50, but it's still going to be breezy, so you want to be pulling those plants.
Feel cooler.
Yeah, it is going to be definitely cooler. And then Thursday, this is where we have a turning point. We're expecting right now 20% chance of precipitation in the morning before 1 p.m. Then cloudy and gradually becoming sunny towards the end of the day with a steady temperature around 53. But that night it's going to be mostly clear with a low around 35. So we are getting into that really cool weather.
Really
In fact,
sweater weather.
possible frost in starting Thursday night. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 15. Friday, areas of frost in the morning before 7 a.m. So you're going to want to make sure if there's anything that could get damaged by frost, you pull it in.
Coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, that won't help with the plants. You can't pour coffee in plants and get them.
My plants love coffee.
Okay, but otherwise, it's going to be sunny with a high of only getting up to 56. I say only 56. That's the norm for this time of year. Fall temperatures are going to be more of a norm now. Friday night, it's going to get partly cloudy with a low around 36. Hey, Norm. And then Saturday, patchy frost throughout the area before 7 a.m., but it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 60, and I'm going to call the National Weather Service again. I think it's going to be much lower than 60, but Kelly will be the first one to tell me I'm wrong. Then Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 43 and breezy. So that's the weather so far, and we're going to kind of update it as we get closer to the weekend. But let's start talking about what the weather is like on our show.
It's always sunny at the Bill and Kelly
It
show.
blows.
You can see it's sunny.
Yeah, sunny. We got two suns. We're kind of like in a...
No, this is the sun, and this is a bullet hole that somebody's taking a shot at our sign, I think.
Yeah.
That's the sun shining through the bullet hole.
Yeah, we live in a dangerous neighborhood.
We do.
We got dangerous birds.
That's right.
So let's talk about what's
Deadly
going
birds
on
and chipmunks.
in this show. You know, I told you guys last week it's going to be kind of a light week, but we got a lot of programming going on, but not much in shows. But here's what we got going this week. This Thursday, and actually we're going to record this in just a bit, the Hammond Hispanic Community Committee is going to come on and talk about their Latino Drive-Up Resource Fair that's going to be in conjunction with the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, who's going to have a mobile market. So that's going to be in Hammond. The specifics will be coming out tomorrow at 5 p.m., and we have some of the information already on our Facebook page. Then that's at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Connections Restored TV with Amy Boswinkle, the lovely
the
beautiful and lovely
and
Amy
fabulous.
Boswinkle. Yes, and that's a show that addresses issues that you may have with PTSD, stress,
Anxiety,
or substance
you
abuse.
know.
And Amy's been through all those, but she is a degreed and certified therapist, and she's just absolutely wonderful. Gotten so many positive comments about how Amy has helped folks out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, all over the Midwest, and as you could tell, she
And
had a
more.
guest on from Ohio. Yeah. So we really enjoy the partnership we have with Amy. It's been
Absolutely.
great. Then at 8:30, we'll have a politician on. Probably we should have had Amy on after the politician. No. Hey, yeah, boy. No. 8:30 p.m. we have Jim Biggs, who's the Porter County Commissioner, one of the commissioners. He's going to be talking about
for re-election and
running for
everything.
re-election. So he's going to be talking about himself. For those of you who don't
His
know
platforms
him,
and
his platforms and what they've done, and we hope to talk to him about the great work that they did renovating the Porter County courthouse. They've just turned on some of the lights, and it looks beautiful. So not only that, but we'll talk about some of the other things that in Jim's tenure that he's done as commissioner, and how he's worked with the other commissioners and council members. So that's at 8:30 on Thursday. Then next week, we're going to get into talk about next week. Tuesday, we have at 6 p.m. Lori Levy, who is a co-founder of a successful advertising agency. She'll be talking to us about her new book, Free Advice, Uncommon Wisdom from a Marketing Muse. And so I believe she's going to be coming from the state of Washington. That's where she's based out of. So we're going to be talking to her about her new book and her theories on advertising. That's always amazed me. You get these ads that at first look, they look really corny, but they end up like hitting it out of the park.
yeah. Sometimes
like-
the corniest ones are the ones that stick with you the most.
You remember Where's the Beef?
Oh, yeah.
Wendy's
Yeah.
commercial? Where's
Clear up
the
pillar.
beef?
Where's the beef? And then I always remember the one about the big guy sitting at, like, he looks Italian, and he's sitting in a chair, and his wife goes, "I can't believe you ate the whole thing."
I can't believe
I can't believe I ate the whole thing. It was for Tums or something. It was hilarious.
Talk to about those, because that's something that, how they do that. I guess some is luck, some is, knowing the psychology of what people would. So that is coming on again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. At 8 p.m. we will have Chris Chung, the Indiana State Rep for District 15.
Who I adore.
And he is running for re-election, of course, and he's going to come on, and I believe he is the youngest member of the House of the Representatives in the state of Indiana. I don't think he's had his 28th birthday yet, or 20. No, I think he's still in his 20, whatever. He's
awesome, though.
He is awesome. Yeah, and we've enjoyed it. We've had him on the show before, and he's so eloquent about telling us about what they did downstate. And you don't hear about that. You see a lot of campaigning, a lot of photo opportunities. Chris really got down deep and told us about all the actions, and he was a freshman. He's still considered a freshman. He's his first go-round serving. So we're going to talk to him about what things have been happening at the State House this last session that they had, and also talk to you about him and what his platform is, what he's going to be running on for hopes of being reelected. So that ought to be pretty cool. Then coming along on Thursday, we have our friends from at 4:30 p.m. We'll have Andy Bozak, who is a member of the Porter County Council, coming on, and he is running for re-election as well, and he's going to be talking to us about him and his platform and his time as a council member and working with the commissioners, because there's been a lot of issues that Porter County has had to address: the COVID crisis, the budget crisis, infrastructure. They've had to encounter a lot of issues. So it's going to be good to hear what both Jim has to say and Andy about those issues as they come on our show. Then following him at 7 p.m., again, Connections Restored. And then at 8 p.m., another very informative show, the LGBTQ and P flag of Northwest Indiana Crown Point TV, which is just one of the most amazing and informative shows that you'd want to listen to. They go through and tell about the history of some of the events and how through legislature, through the Supreme Court, some of the obstacles that community has addressed and continue to address. And also they talk about news. They go through and talk about all the news around the globe of what their community has had to face, some of the positive and some of the negative. And boy, they take up every bit of that hour.
Yes, they do.
And so, they are absolutely amazing. So we're happy to provide a platform for them to tell their story. And so then on Friday at 4:30 p.m., Alencia Bellard, who is a candidate for the Highland School Board, will be coming on talking about her candidacy and hopefully will be elected to the board. But that's what her hopes are, and she's going to be talking a bit about herself, her platform, and why she decided to upright and say, I'm running for the school board. Highland is one of those constantly changing the dynamics, the makeup. It's becoming more diverse. You could see that when you drive through Highland.
Which is great.
You have
So
people
happy.
of color, and that's what part of her platform is, to make sure that there's going to be equal representation for people of color. Victor Garcia has been serving the school board as well, and he, I think, was the only person of color on the school board, and now she is hoping that she will become a member as well. So talking to her about that, and boy, that's it. Then we have...
Can I add something real
Oh,
quick?
yeah.
I just want to add, if you have not seen the interview that we did with Mimi Gibson, talking
yeah.
about a minor consideration, which is very interesting in and of itself, but she also talked a little bit about her time as a child actor in Hollywood and some of the famous people she worked with, like Cary Grant, Sophia Loren, Audrey Hepburn, Shirley MacLaine, Anne Bancroft. I mean, just amazing people that she's worked with. She has put us in contact, and I've been texting back and forth with another child actor that you probably wouldn't recognize the name per se. His stage name was Flip Mark. He played one of the sons of Doris Day in the movie Please Don't Eat the Daisies. But he was a guest star on like every show in the 60s, early 70s, and late 50s. And you would probably recognize his face because everybody, I mean, I show this and everybody's like, I know him. Well, he is on a little trip right now, but as soon as he gets back, he's going to contact me and we are going to get him on the show, and he is going to talk about his amazing time in Hollywood working on all these fabulous shows. And if you don't know him, look him up on IMDb, because you will be like, oh my God, every single show that was on, he was a part of. And all the things that he's done since. I mean, he's got such great stories that he's going to be able to tell. So I'm really looking forward to him coming on. So...
Yeah, same thing with Mimi. I looked through her IMDb, and it was like a mile long of all the things that she's been on.
She's amazing.
Yeah, both of so I'm looking forward to hearing all about this. I know,
and Paul still wants to come on the show. Paul Peterson, who played Donna Reed's son in the Donna Reed Show.
Well, Paul is doing some work right now that I think we all need.
Well, he started a minor consideration.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the person who started this.
But there's something going on right now that I would love to talk to him about,
yes.
and that is this show on Netflix called Cuties.
Yes, he's working very hard to help legislation get that kind of stuff
off. Yeah,
yeah.
it needs to be off. I just don't understand its appeal.
Exploitative of children.
Yeah, it definitely is. And knowing our some problems that we have in our society, where that is becoming a growing problem, it just needs to. I don't. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the mobile markets.
Yes,
the good stuff. The really good stuff. Let's stop talking about
that. Let's talk about the mobile markets.
Yes.
Today, Wednesday, October 14th, from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Health Link in Valparaiso, and that's at 1001 North Sturdy Road. The Food Bank...
Sturdy Drive.
It's Sturdy Drive. The Food Bank of Northwest Indiana will be having one of their mobile markets there. And again, that's 4 to 6 p.m. at 101 North Sturdy Drive in Valparaiso. And by the way, just so you know, I'm going to mention this again, if you want to be kept up to date on any of these mobile markets, because there's a lot of them going through both Porter and Lake County, you can text the word Food Bank NWI, one word, no spaces, to 50155. And after you do that, you will get a text every time they release their new dates for and locations for their food markets, mobile markets.
And if you don't want your texts going off all the time, go to their website, go to their Facebook page. There's always information about things.
Yeah, they keep that updated by the minute.
Right.
And they update it all around the clock, too.
Their employees are great.
So the next one is going to be tomorrow, Thursday, October 15th.
It's a mini mobile market.
Yes, and that's going to be right here in Chesterton at 3:30 p.m. at Westchester Intermediate School, which is just down on 5th Street over there.
At door number 8.
Right, and that's at 1050 South 5th Street, door number 8. And that they're going to be having a mini mobile market there. And, please, I say this repeatedly, we're all suffering through the COVID crisis. And even before the COVID crisis, there were issues of people being unemployed. And this is what the food bank addresses. People who are food insecure, who are lacking the funds or necessarily, and also the transportation. That's why they have all these mobile markets throughout the area. And they usually do them at a location that they have a partnership with, or they supply the mobile markets, and people can either get to these locations easier, because guess what? Some of these people have problem with transportation. And, right now, in Chesterton, there's really no public transportation unless you use one of the driving services, and you have to be able to have money to do that. So, but they try to get as many of these as close to people as possible. So now we have one more, actually, and these people we're going to have on the show in just a bit. We're going to record and talk about their organization and their food mart and their Latino resource fair that's happening this weekend. The Hammond Hispanic Community Committee. They are going to be sponsoring a Latino resource fair at the Irving Elementary School at 4727 Pine Avenue in Hammond, Indiana, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So it's going to be a resource fair. They'll also have a raffle with prizes. You must wear a mask, as with any of these mobile markets, but it's a resource fair. I believe they're going to have some more information about jobs, and they're doing this in conjunction with the Food Bank in Northwest Indiana, so there will actually be a drive-through mobile food market there during those hours. So, please, if you need help with food, or maybe information, about resources available through the Latino community in the area, this is the place to be on Saturday. And so that's between 10...
Just make sure you bring your ID, because they are asking for proof of Lake or Porter County residency.
Yes, indeed. And again, we'll be having them on, as I said, they're going to be on
and this is the
show.
17th annual,
yes.
which I think is awesome.
Yeah. So this is a great thing to be, and that's all we had.
That is.
And they're going to be on the show, so keep your eye out for them coming on the show, and that's it.
So you guys have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Enjoy the nice weather while you can.
Yeah, if you love fall weather, you're going to enjoy it.
And if you don't.
Yeah. So with that, we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye, everybody. This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by
the Committee to Elect Mary DeBoer.
Hi, this is Judge Mary. I wanted to share how very grateful I am for the supporters who have made those pink campaign signs throughout Porter County possible. My name is Mary DeBoer, your Porter Circuit Court Judge. It seems as though our country is more divided than ever. Crossing the political party aisle with the hope of working together has flown out the window. In a career spanning almost 30 years, I learned long ago that judges must not only enforce the law, but we must protect our communities and provide blind justice for all citizens. An honest and fair judge cannot be concerned with a person's political affiliation, race, religion, or sexuality. Fairness and equality make up the fabric of our justice system. Cast your vote for the Porter Circuit Court based on measurable experience and proven qualifications. Visit www.judgemary2020.org to learn more or to contact me directly. It is an honor to share information about our courts, programs, and efforts to best serve our community. A vote for Judge Mary, Porter County's only female judge, is a vote to keep the best qualified, experienced, and fair-minded candidate, regardless of party affiliation. This message was paid for and approved by the Committee to Elect Mary DeBoer.